students all year. Oh my gosh. Just every section has just been really strong this year. We are, for the first time ever, having a 7th and 8th grade band field trip tomorrow. A lot of you already know that. And we're going to Siena Heights University. We don't often get the chance to do band festival, being a charter school, but me and the band director at South Arbor, David Midland, have both been really pushing and advocating for our students and their growth. And we've been trying to push and get more opportunities out there for charter schools everywhere. And this is our kind of first big stepping stone here. We're going to be working with Siena Heights University's faculty tomorrow. We're going to be playing some of the same songs there that we are going to be performing here. We're going to be performing a little more here today. I will say, now that you're all here, if you are going on this field trip, concert attire. If you got my email. If you got my note. Okay, concert attire. Okay, good. Okay, business concluded. Anyway, without further ado, our 7th and 8th grade band. Is a piece that was originally written by John Philip Sousa. John Philip Sousa was born in Washington, D.C., November 6, 1854, and began studying music at the age of 6. He published his first piece at the age of 18 and became the leader of the U.S. Marine Band when he was only 26. In 1892, Sousa resigned from the military to organize his own civilian concert band. He composed the march El Capitan in 1896 and used music extracted from his popular operetta of the same name. I will also mention, as a fun little tidbit, I love saying this every year. So, I'm the great-great-great-great-grand student of John Philip Sousa, which means they are the great-great-great-great-great-grand students of John Philip Sousa. So I've told them if there's any song we have to do correct. Please enjoy. Thank you. this concert, I'll do one award between each song. My first award, it's the same awards for each band in 6th grade as it is in 7th and 8th grade. The first award I would like to give is my Most Improved Award. This student has not touched her instrument since since before 8th grade. They picked up their instrument this year. And this student, while very accomplished on her primary instrument of piano, has picked up saxophone for the first time, and not only really absolutely learned her instrument over this past year, but has absolutely dominated it, has absolutely crushed the music that she's been learning this year across the ensembles, being put in a completely different environment than being on her primary instrument, a solo instrument in piano, which is also my background. And she's absolutely thrived, and it's been such a joy to have her in this band. I'd like to give this award to Ying Wang. I mentioned this year, I do love Randall Standridge. He's an awesome composer. This is one of his pieces. We're going to be doing 2 pieces by him. The first one is called Rowan Tree. The Rowan Tree is a setting of an old Scottish folk song of the same name. The lyrics are attributed to a poem by Carolina Oliphant, also known as Lady Nairn. During her time, it was not considered appropriate for women to write or publish poetry or songs. She wrote in secret and published under the name Mrs. Bogan of Bogan. She is considered to be one of the most important Scottish poets, second only to Robert Burns. The setting of Rowan Tree seeks to capture the simple beauty of the melody and melancholy mood of the lyrics. The Spirit Award, also voted upon by their peers. The student needs no introduction. In fact, I think just about the entire band knows who is getting this award. With a whopping 18 votes, and quite possibly the most energetic person in our band by far, bringing life and joy into every rehearsal, I'd like to give the Spirit Award to Ari Dooley. I'll also give the Rehearsal Leader Award. This student has been around in band since 5th grade. In fact, a lot of these students in this ensemble, raise your hand if you're in 7th grade. It's a lot of them. These are the students, these are some of the students of my first 5th grade band in person at Achieve. I've been here for about 4 years, but if you remember, 2020 wasn't necessarily the most band-friendly time. These students have been here through some of the most interesting times to be a musician. And this student in particular has not let that stop them. This student has been an amazing performer, an amazing rehearsal leader, has set such an amazing expectation, not just in his section, but across the whole band. He also helps tune the band before rehearsal and during rehearsal. And they have just gone above and beyond this year, and we're so happy to have them. This is for Brandon Kim. Our next song is called Adrenaline Engines. This is another piece, the other piece by Randall Standridge. This piece is very opposite of Rowan Tree. First things first, this piece is very unique in that it has lots of different time signatures. So instead of counting in 4, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, it often goes back and forth between in 4 and in 2. And sometimes even in 3. It kind of jumps around everywhere, but it's also a very energetic piece. It's a very fast piece that brings a lot of the adrenaline to band. In fact, so this piece was the result of a commission by George Borowski, band director at Marion Middle School. He wished to commission a piece to premiere the Arkansas Small Band Association All-Star Band. The student enjoys thunderous percussion, driving rhythms, and kinetic and sometimes frantic energy that was imbued in the work. Please enjoy Adrenaline Engine. talked about my 7th graders before the last piece. I do want to also feature my 8th graders. These 8th graders, raise your hand, 8th graders. These 8th graders, I can't be more proud of them because they joined band at quite possibly the most confusing time to be a band musician. They joined in 6th grade instead of 5th grade, due to the pandemic, of course. And it was just a really interesting time because we didn't know whether we were supposed to use bell covers on our instrument. We didn't know if we were even able to have a concerts, period. We had one concert at the very end of the year, and we were lucky to even have that. And ever since, some of these musicians in 8th grade have really pushed against the envelope. They've really kind of powered through across every little thing the world threw against them. And for that alone, I'm already like incredibly proud of every single one of them in this room. I want to give every single one of you this award, truly, because all of you worked so hard, and all of you have put in so much to this ensemble, and I've seen you grow as musicians exponentially since you started in 6th grade. This last award goes to a student that I feel doesn't get as much credit as he really does deserve. This student has been really just a power, like a rock in his section. They go above and beyond in every way. They've come to me during recess sometimes to work on stuff. They've been leaders across the rest of their section, and there's so much I could really say about them. I have a lot of section leaders in this group, and I will say both of the people in this section really could be section leader. And I did want to highlight a lot of their strengths in just being, like what it is to be a band student at this school, and what it is just to be someone of character, and someone of positivity, and someone of strength that really holds the band together. So this award is going to go to Sammy Seiler. All right, we're going to do the piece you all know, Uptown Funk. couple announcements before you go. First announcement, thank you so much for being Solid Rock supporters for your kids. This cannot happen without the parents. Kids, can you please give a round of applause for your parents and your families? Honestly, yeah, we have a lot of very hard workers in this group. I wanted to do a couple quick things before we go. First things first, it's not announced yet. I am planning on hosting what's called an instrument drive. So the instrument drive is going to be for families that can't afford instrument on their own means. I want to be able to give these students opportunities in band. So this is a call out for all of you. If you have a musty, dusty instrument just lying around at home not being used, drop it on by. And if you want to give it to us, if you want to give students opportunities to make music and make a difference in band, we would love for your support in that. There will be more information going out later this month on that. Lastly, the students have their stuff. Everyone is getting home safely. Thank you so much for coming out. Have an amazing night, everyone.